we have just attended an amazing web-based symposium dedicated to CAR T cells in lymphoid malignancies. And this is quite a unique experience because unfortunately, during this COVID-19 outbreak, we have to be creative. We have to invent new modalities to share and disseminate knowledge. And this is why I was very pleased with this fully virtual CAR T cell meeting that was organized today. And during this meeting, I had the privilege to summarize the experience about the results of CAR T cells in relapse refractory multiple myeloma. And what I can say is that these CAR T cells directed against the BCMA antigen are clearly bringing a lot of hope to those patients who have failed all other options. So we already know some results from different Chinese protocols, namely the LCAR-B38M product, which was updated during the last ASH meeting, showing a median PFS more than 2 years in patients who received a median of 3 lines of therapy. The good news is that we have the same product, the same construct of CAR T cells being tested in another phase 1 protocol, namely the CARTITUDE protocol performed in the US in a group of patients who have received a median of 7 lines of therapies, including IMiDs, proteasome inhibitors, anti-CD38 antibodies. And this phase 1 protocol is showing similar results to what has been shown with the same drug in the Chinese protocol. And moreover, I mean, the response rate is always between 90 and 100%. And there is a group of patients who is able to achieve MRD negativity up to 10-6. And I believe these are the patients, also they are highly advanced, these are the patients who are going to enjoy a longer survival. And this is really an important piece of information. And the other good news that we learned from this study is that in contrast to acute lymphoblastic leukemia, in contrast to non-Hodgkin lymphoma, these patients are not experiencing a high incidence of severe side effects like CRS. Only a very low number, less than 5 to 10% maximum. And this is extremely important because at the end of the day, it gives you a sort of a benefit-risk ratio, which is highly favorable. We have also other CAR construct directed against against BCMA, and this is the BB2121. And again, this is a study that was published in the New England Journal of Medicine by Dr. Nupur Raj. But we have seen also the release of the results of the KARMA larger trial with 140 patients. And it's quite interesting to see that the progression-free survival, the median progression-free survival in such a large group of patients is similar to what has been reported initially 11 to 12 months in heavily pretreated patients with similar excellent safety profile. So hopefully these two constructs will come into the field rapidly and will be widely available because they are really bringing a lot of hope to the patient. Although we have to admit that the CAR T cells in myeloma are not yet curative. And then this is why there is a lot of research and investigation on how to optimize. And we have data already about uh, bispecific CARs targeting two antigens, BCMA and CD38. We have results of phase 1 data, phase 1 trials, very favorable and interesting results. There are also trials trying to have humanized CAR T cells, because obviously that will favor their persistence and in vivo, because these are living drugs. And if you want them to be effective over the long term, then you want them to persist. We have also the armored CAR T cell, where the construct by itself is designed to allow the secretion of some in situ cytokines or other enzymes or inhibitors that can upregulate the antigen and so on. In summary, I think the field of CAR T cells in myeloma is extremely exciting, fascinating results in heavily treated and relapse refractory patient. And I believe the next step would be probably when these CAR T cells will move into earlier stages of the disease, and probably the results will continue to improve. So definitely CAR T cells in myeloma are here to stay, and they are already bringing a lot of added value to the overall, to the global landscape of myeloma therapy, and that can only bring hope to our patients. Well, actually, we're not very far, because the Chinese are already testing the CAR T cells in high-risk myeloma frontline, and there are ongoing trials. So for me, it's just a question of timing. The idea is that you need to bring them into the market in a given label and setting, and then automatically the community will learn how to use them and will refine their use. So I'm very optimistic that this is going to be a very quick endeavor.